All right. Well, hello everybody. It has actually been a very long while since I put up something on this channel, but I'm still alive. So coming up is a 10-year anniversary of a film that I made. I wrote it, I directed it, I produced it, and I had all the grand ambitions in the world to actually put this film out and let the world see it. I wanted to get it on streaming service because at the time you probably could with Amazon. I wanted to go to festivals. I wanted to do all kinds of great stuff. I just want to take this time to reflect. I want to look back and see what I did right and see what I did wrong. And I want also my own reaction to, the film. So, in 2013, I wrote a script. It was very dark, very cynical. It was about a alcoholic couple who weren't really right for each other. So this is the actual. So what I'm about to see here for the first time is the first trailer that I did for the video. It was kind of like my announcement. A lot of this footage was test footage, and it was just me saying to the world, "Hey, I'm making a movie. Look at what I'm doing." I'm not sure whether or how well it was actually received, but in my mind it was like, hey, look, this is some tangible evidence that I'm actually producing a film. So, let's go. I'm scared. The music is great. That's way overexposed. Those are the things. I was on a low budget. I didn't have a lot of the equipment necessary to make some of it work. To make some of it as smooth as possible. But, yeah. Shaky cam. This was actually taken with the Nikon D90 and a D7000. These were some of the first two cameras with SLR recording capability. And you could put an SLR lens on it so it would make it look nice and give you that bokeh like you see right here. Look at that shaky cam! Ah! Why is he looking at his headphones so dramatically? Sensual. Love the music. Shout out to Jermaine Bloodied Johnson, who put the music for the film. Probably the best standout parts of the movie. They were supposed to be sisters. So there's no dialogue in this, so I'm not talking over anything. That was my lead actress. That was a co-star, and they were supposed to be a couple, and it was very shaky. It's a shame because a lot of this footage right here was really good. I mean, it was usable. It wasn't really, really good, but, it was good. It was usable for what I was trying to convey, and, it made sense on the direction that I actually ended up taking it. But, I don't know what's going on here. Beer. Water and shot glasses. More beer. It's a good track, though. Passed out, no. Shirtless. 3 beers in one night? Are you okay? Lynn and Bloody. Lynn didn't make it into the final product, but Bloody did. Bloody still tours around, actually, in the state. That's me. And I'm angry. I do remember that. Gladiolus. Didn't hate it. Me going back and seeing this again, there were a lot of things that I would have done better now. For starters, there was a lot of cuts and transitions in that announcement that was like, there was some black. If you stop for a split second, though, there are some black empty screen before it jumps to the next scene. And I'm not sure if that was me not knowing how to use Final Cut properly, because I actually taught myself how to do everything for this movie. I had no idea how to make a movie. I had no idea what went into a movie. I wrote recently. I did write something reflecting on that and kind of expanding on that. Like, I didn't know about storyboards. I didn't know that you should edit your script more than once, which is, yeah, you should. I didn't know how to properly color grade, which is why in the end, some of that was in color right now, but in the end, a lot of the movie, actually, the movie was in black and white because I just didn't know how to color grade and I was tired of it. I'm like, I got to get this done. I set up a deadline for myself to get it done, and instead of pushing that back or delaying it or saying, you know what, let's wait to do this right, I was just super impatient and I wanted to get it all out right away as soon as I could and as fast as I could. And that was not a good idea. That's actually one of the main reasons why the film suffered. There are other reasons which I will explain later and you can read about in some of the posts that I put up. But there were some issues, behind the scenes, and it was personal stuff too. Another thing that stands out to me is just the lack of. You could see what it was about. It was just about a domestic couple, Philip, who had a falling out, and I guess you get that. That does get conveyed in that. A lot of it was very shaky, though. A lot of it was, half of it, I think, in my opinion, was poorly composed video shots. It wasn't framed properly. In the movie, you get a little bit better framing, I think. I'll have to take a look at that too, because I haven't seen that in a while. But it does what it's supposed to do. This is an amateur film. This is a new filmmaker. He's putting together some images as tangible evidence that, a young Mia is making a movie. So it did what it was supposed to do. I wasn't impressed by it, but I did. One thing I keep thinking about is the song and how brilliant that music was for that trailer and how brilliant it actually ended up being in the film itself, which you'll hear more about that. And I'll probably have to give another wonderful, warm, loving shout out to Bloodied Jermaine. If you're not following him, find him and follow him. He's really into that industrial electronic, and it worked well for the tone that I wanted. So that's just the main positive that I like. There were some glimmers of good stuff in there, but I would have went back and done a lot better. But it's the first time looking at it in a long time. There are 2 more trailers, which I'm going to go over as well. And there's the film, which I also want to go over. Maybe add a commentary on it. But, it's good to be back. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to get back into making content, into creating video, and into writing stories. I have 2 stories that I've written, or 1 story that I've written in a collection of short poems that I put together. But I'm wanting to get back into it. And, I think the best way of doing that is to reflect on the work that I've done before and to kind of see what's changed and how I can improve myself. So, because that's what this is about. It's just about getting better, right? But, I'm glad you guys came. I'm glad you're viewing this. I hope to put more content out there. And you know what? I'm excited to see where this is going to go. Leave a like, leave a follow, subscribe, do all that stuff that the YouTube algorithm wants you to do. And we'll have a good time here, right? I'm a little laid back, as you can tell. I'm filming this in my living room on my 10-year-old computer, which, by the way, I bought this computer to edit the film, specifically with student loans and credit cards. So, I'm getting as many miles as I can out of this thing. It's 11 years old, and it's still doing its job. So, maybe I'll get a new computer soon. I don't know. Anyways, I enjoyed being here. I enjoyed sharing my thoughts with you, and I hope to see you again.